Hi, it's Bhakdar. I've been requested to talk about some two-sword, specifically how to safely start to open your opponent up. We're talking two-sword versus a sword and shield. One good, reliable, safe way to try to open your opponent up is getting them to fight their weapon hand, if they're being swordboard, versus my right hand, presuming that we're righty versus righty. So to set that match up, I might try to short cross, for instance, to my opponent's hand and see if they are tempted to fire back on the only thing I'm giving them in range, my right arm. Okay? This is very much a start at max range approach. If I can get him to return to that same arm, I want to be prepping myself to take advantage of it with my left foot and my left sword corresponding a step forward in 45. It's going to open me up to a kill shot. So in full motion, it will look something like this. We switch sides, even though it's a little obscured by the shield. Most people won't fully play that game with you. If they're wise, as soon as they see me stepping with the left, he's actually going to keep sidestepping back. You can keep up and advance once you start seeing how your foot motions press around them. As soon as the opponent stops moving their feet, you can start taking advantage of everything your weapons have gotten in range into. So let's say we start similarly, but he's ready to parallel step back, and he's going to have a hand block on this. What's he going to be tempted to return to? The arm I just opened with. So I still need to have good recoil ready, but even in this motion, now I can strike with the opposite arm, or you can even throw in a feint that breaks up your sequence. And I'm going to force him to either recoil back or cover with a shield. If he does too much coverage with the shield at any point there, it ever blocks his visibility, and absolutely you can start swinging around all quadrants of your opponent. It's a more aggressive press. That rapid fire approach can also be applied just striding direct into your opponent from a long ways off, where you start with a sequence of feints and they have to respond because you're two-sword, because you can pressure a lot of different angles. So I might pick generally a side that I'm going to keep walking, striding into, or a circle direction that I'm going to keep sidestepping around. And my plan of attack is coming in to his range, moving at that sideways angle, throwing feints until he overexerts something and gives me an actual shot I get to land. Some fighters will just lock up and not be able to throw something back. It's much more risky. I am going to be opening myself a lot more doing that. Another alternate approach is similarly, you're going to try to set them up in a place where they'll be overwhelmed, but you want them to come after you to make the first move. So sometimes I might like to call this trapdoor spider. It may not matter which position of hand and foot I have forward. For sake of doing this, I'm going to try left. Because now the more exposure of my left hand is what I'm going to start with, but intentionally being ready to fade my left foot back and try to get him to follow me. So maybe quick jabby openers at his weapon side, and then when he follows me, I am going to take 45-degree angle steps back until he's overextended into where I can swing around at all quadrants. Something like this. And notice I didn't keep going straight back. I arced into a circle, looping around and away from the direction he was following me. I got further from his weapon while continuing to put my strike zones further around his guard.